Hi, DMDF. Welcome to this Tower Love reading. Starseed Lightworkers, Twin Flames, Seeds from the Stars. My name's Sophia. Welcome to this community. So I was getting an energy of, and I can't pinpoint if it's you or your person. And the reason why I can't pinpoint it really is because I feel there's a delusion over this feeling I'm having. So this feeling I'm having is of feeling low, but not feeling low. So it's like, if you look at your situation, it's the worst you've ever been, but looking at it from the physical eyes of, well, I've got a house, I've got a job, I've got, my kids are at school, and, looking at it that way. But it's kind of like an astral projection. I don't know how else to say it. And I don't know why I'm getting this, because I don't know if this is an actual, them lot are telling you to look where you are properly, or you are actually, but you're not going in deep. Because I've said this in the Facebook group, you're quite welcome to join. I'll see if I post another reading in there today. If not, I'm trying to, make other programs for you who's watching to help me sell. But I don't know if it's part of the universe is saying take a closer look, because it's like there's something about this divine time. All Lightworker Starseeds, Twin Flames, everyone who says they're the chosen one, all these I'm a master teacher, and all this are here for this divine time. And this divine time is supposed to be a negative, but it's like you're not seeing it as, although it is. If you look at your life, so that's why I'm saying I don't know if it's them telling me or you're reflecting on your life. New year, you could be reflecting on your life. I don't know if it's you or your person or them lot. So it could be a collaboration of all, or just you or your person. So this is about looking at the situation of, and I said this in my Facebook group, I wrote a list of stuff that I do, and I generally do everything every year. It's not vanity. I'm not here to show off. I let you know that I'm hardcore. I urge you now, if you're listening, right, pause this, get a pen and paper, and write down the list of things that you've done. And it'd be a big fat 0. Most poor people talk and think, and I'm going to do this, and they try something, and it's not too hard, so they blame that person, that thing, that situation, that event, why they can't do it, and then move on to, well, don't worry about that, I'm going to try this. That's a lack mentality. It'd be a big fat 0, right? Rich people do it. They follow through. Poor people don't. So there's something here about following through, and it's like, well, same shit, but I'll say it's like, well, you have to teach others how to follow through. And that includes your person. If you're not doing it, they won't do it. And that's what this is about, really. You keep blaming and pointing your finger to your person, but you can't, because it's a contradiction, because you're not doing anything. And that's why when people leave this community who were in mission, I don't like to go up and cuss people out. I don't like to. But at the same time, they take the information that I give them. I get you confident, and they go out there and they're preaching to others that they can heal, such as many other spiritual leaders, and we can help you, but they don't have tools to do it. It's the same as you with your person. You're saying to your person, do this, do that, do that. And I'm like, well, you're just as fucked up and depressed and lonely and sad and and have inner child wounds as your person. You cannot do that. That is a contradiction, and that is a judgment card. So it's about a judgment call here, something like that. It's like waking you up to the judgment call of, thy shall not cast the last stone. Is it that? I don't know. I have no idea. My godly preachers or whatever they are, right? Anyway, I'm kind of catching up on my readings. I apologise if I'm behind. Probably a week, if anything, I'm behind, but that's Christmas, New Year, plus I've had a cold. But I'm not that bad. I remember when I first started, there was a 3-month waiting list. I think everyone in mission probably had to wait 3 months before they could have booked me. So it's not too bad. If you'd like to join the Facebook group, the link's in the description box. I post in there, other people post in there. We help you far more to get with your loving yourself, which is loving your person, being a humanitarian and activist. You're watching me, that's what kind of thing you are. Get used to it. That's the brackets of what you are. When you think about Bob Marley, he's amazing, but he just wanted to be a singer, right? Smoking and singing. But his lyrics changed the world, right? And it's kind of, it sounds vain, but it's kind of like me. I didn't think, you know what, I'm going to be an activist and a humanitarian, change planet Earth. But that's what I do. And that's what you're supposed to be doing as well. You might not see it that way, but that's what you are. Lightworker, Starseed, Twin Flame, that's what you're here. And the full card here, the first card, is about jumping into that unknown. It's unknown territory, but it's not in the sense because the Fool jumps into the air, right? Air is swords, air is the ether, and air is emotions, right? You're just standing on planet Earth. Everything else is the consciousness. So you're jumping into knowing oneself, really, into your true self when you take the leap of faith. And you plus, like I say, you have mission. You have us lot behind you now. I had no one. But I didn't feel like I had no one. I felt like I had everyone upstairs protecting me. So, but you lot have physical and on this planet. Anyway, so the Facebook group, if you want to join, me and others are up in the Facebook group, which you can, they post there, and you can write your experiences. We answer questions, all sorts to get you pushing forward to do what you're supposed to do on this planet. Right, let's get a couple more. The links there. I had this yesterday, Five of Swords, or was it in the, if you're, could you please, I've got the LGBTQ2S plus on this, on my subscription list. Please subscribe. You don't have to watch, you don't have to like the videos, right? But I repeat, you're humanitarian. You're here to change planet Earth to one love. We're all one. There's no separation. It's ridiculous, the separation. So it's like, help me to help you and help other people, right? I'm not telling you to go and make a gay community or gay channel, but I'm saying you would help me. This is what this is about. Take tiny steps. I always talk about jumping in mission, but you can take tiny steps by literally clicking on that subscription thing now and just click and subscribe. That helps me to get out there and help others. And that's how you get your reward back. That's when you're like, oh, I walked down the street and I found a tenner on the floor. That's how the universe works. It's not like, oh, well, yeah, I've got a better paid job. You have to look at the little things that you do, and see what the little things that the universe rewards you back with, right? If you're watching this healthy and you're happy, you got the nice big telly, stuff like that. Now, it's not about just appreciation and all that kind of thing in the way that other spiritual leaders say it. That's another conversation because of, anyway, I don't want to go on that tip. So just please, just go subscribe and help me to help to reach out to others. So the Fool journey, this is the Fool's journey. Tarot is the Fool's journey. So it's one of the most important cards, but it is what this is about. The Fool's journey. The Fool's journey, the Fool is someone who doesn't know. And like I said, you don't know. Like, I didn't know I was being a humanitarian. I didn't know that. So you don't have to know. But you do know you're different. And generally, even before you meet your person, you know you're different. And it's weird because you feel different, and your person does this all day long and they don't even recognize it, right? Let alone you, but they're worse than you. You feel different when you're growing up. You feel different in the classroom at school. You think you're more clever or you know more, but it's not necessarily school stuff, educational stuff. You feel like you're more aligned, you know more. You think you can do more than the teacher. They're doing things wrong. You know all that, right? That's the galactic, I call it, right? You can call it what you love. Angelic, celestial, whatever, right? I call it the galactic because it's connected with your alien being. So that is about you jumping into that. Most people don't teach about that. They talk about my guides, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael. Now, there are entities and deities and all these kind of things out there like that, but there's plenty, everything's, every sentient being, everything that has a conscious level, right? When the physicality dies, it's still in the reality. So you're limiting yourself to God, Archangel Raphael, and to, Archangel Michael. Let's just say, right? This is jumping into all beings helping you, all beings, and it's all it's like alien beings, you see, as well. There's all sorts of beings. But you have to allow yourself to jump into that unknown and stop staying on this physicality, because the fool stays on the physicality. It's like 1 foot in the air, 1 foot to jump on. This is all the alchemical elements. It's like for you to manifest your wishes and desires on this planet, it's about taking the risk. It's not really a risk, but people say it's risky. But it's not risky if you, like when I create everything, I normally get a download generally what to create. It's not a download, it's a knowing, right? So that's what I normally do. It's connected to your readings, the Bennett with. I normally just get the download and then I create it. For example, my cards. For example, this actual community. For example, the gay community. All of that, right? I get the download and I just do it. It's never not served me. The only thing that I've created that has gone peak tong is other people that come into the community, that get in their ego and then go out of the community, take what I've taught them, but not learning, not focused on themselves. It's only humanity that fucks over, right? Humanity. And that trend is still happening. So this reading at the beginning, and like I said, I don't normally say in my readings, I normally pinpoint the energy of you or your person, and I don't normally say this is a guided message, but I feel this is a guided message of you can't do it alone, and you're limiting yourself by saying my guides. Apart from that's vanity, right? I don't claim you as mine. I don't claim my children as mine. Everyone is separate on this planet as an individual, but we're all one, right? So for you to call Archangel Raphael amazing being as he is, right, as yours, isn't that vanity? Even your words you speak, you don't know. This is about taking a completely new direction and allowing me, with the guidance that I get from upstairs, to guide you into the better direction, to heal the old pathways that don't serve you. And like I said, the energy at the beginning was, I said it's weird because of its same old, it's darkness and depression, but you don't see it that way. But to me, I'm like, well, what have you created in your reality? Going to a 3D job is not creating your reality. That's going to a 3D job. What have you created? So if you haven't created anything into your reality, right, what is the purpose of your existence? This is this reading. The King of Cups is like, when you understand this is part of your journey, because it's the Fool's journey, then your person shows up. It's never the other way round, and it never has been. The past, they couldn't speak about the stuff that I'm talking about now. When I first started, the twin flames I looked at, there was one old guy, right, who used to talk about altered verses of reality, sex in different verses of reality, and he's got a younger woman, I don't know, wife or whatever, but he did go off on his talking about different things, but generally they don't talk about the planets, they don't talk about tarot, they don't talk about the esoteric, they just stick to twin flame self-love, twin flame self-love, twin flame self-love. That's just one way thinking. The Fool's journey is into the unknown, right? Which is, the unknown is the air. The air is the consciousness, the air you breathe, the air is thought form, the air is ethers because it's fire. The air is when you manifest your person towards you. But you must understand that what I teach. Now, you don't have to know what I teach. Why do you think I have a mission program? I already done a video. I send videos quite often to people who are in mission about the changes and the downloads I get and all that kind of thing, right? You don't need to know, but I inform you of what I know until you get your own knowings. If you get your own knowings, maybe your course is not to know as much as what I know. I don't know, right? But this is about they're taking a new direction, focusing 100% on this, nurturing yourself, nurturing this planet, healing this planet, right? Then your person comes behind you, the King of Cups. But if you look at the direction of how this is, can you see she's focused 100% on the sun? The sun is the planets, the astrology, tarot, the esoteric, the unknown, the healing, nurturing, right? Twin flame, the sun, the heat of the flame, all that, right? The ether, because the ether is the flame, because the air goes into the ether. 100% focused on that, right? Then your person comes behind you. She doesn't know he's here, right? He, she, doesn't matter, right? Feminine, masculine, put it that way, right? That is how you balance out your masculine, feminine. Then your person jumps into the unknown, because to me, this card is the imagination, right? It's like he's dreaming, see how he's gazing at the cup and all that. He's in his imagination state, but you have to get into your imagination state as well. Most people don't do that. As I have my tattoo from Napoleon Hill, which I've just created a program about this tattoo actually. It's what the mind can conceive and believe the mind can achieve. And I always say this, and I still want to say it to David, but I don't think he watches these readings, but if he does, because whenever I say to him, I have the debate about, it's not really a debate, but I talk to him about LGBTQ, right? Because that's my passion. I want to go out there and be a speaker about LGBTQ2S+. That's what I really love. And he says he gets that gay and stuff, but he doesn't understand so much about cross-dressing or something he's got something with. And he said, if I just wanted to be a dinosaur, I can't just be a dinosaur. That's what he always says to me, right? And I said to him, well, I would speak, it's connected to this reading, right, and say that, well, you don't think to be a dinosaur, do you? When you go into your imagination, generally you align with the planet's frequency of love. That's the energy of this planet. So no one really thinks about, oh, I want to be like a dinosaur, do they? They think about the love energy, and then that normally is connected to a relationship, and then be money. Because I think money, the perception on this planet Earth is that money will make you happy. And normally if it's money first, is because they've had a broken relationship. Generally it's relationships. So this is about getting into understanding all this. This reading is quite different because it's like you're in darkness, you're in the slums, you're in the crap, but you think your physicality is okay, but it's not. But when you look at it and you try this different, the Fool's Journey is different, right? Trying something completely different, which you think is risky, of the unknown, because it is unknown, then your life changes completely. Otherwise, it's going to be stagnant. And trying to control this loop circle of same old, same old. This is you trying to control your world, right? And it's the same old, same old. Think you're healing. That's why I'm doing my counselling program. That's all spiritual leaders, tarot readers, healing. I'm like, you don't need to spend the rest of your life healing. So why they downloaded me, do this counselling program. When you've done your counselling, it should be done. People book me and say, I've had 10 years of counselling. I'm like, what the fuck? I've had 10 sessions, done. You shouldn't be. This planet isn't for you to constantly keep healing, right? This is this. So this element of this reading, you might think, well, what's it got to do with my person? Absolutely everything to do with the King of Cups, because you manifest your wishes and desires, right? But you're not manifesting it because you're doing it this stagnant way, this hanging of a tree, which the tree is a rooted belief system of doing it this way, which is keeping you still and keeping you stuck. But still, your perception is, well, I'm doing all right. I'm like, you're not doing all right. Compared to me, you're doing fuck all. You're not doing anything. You're skint, you're poor, your children are fucked because they're going to follow you and you're depressed, right? Borderline depressed and not doing anything. You're unhappy. You haven't got a relationship with your dream. Most of your last relationships were shit. You didn't even love them. And if you did, you fell out of them quick. You just had children just because. I'm just keeping it real up in here, right? How is that you doing okay? Do you think you was put onto this planet to do what you are looking and listening to what I'm saying? It's the reality of your world. No, you're not. You're supposed to experience this planet. I repeat at the beginning I said, get pen and paper and write down what you have experienced. Going to work in a 3D job is not creating your experience. That's paying the fucking bills, right? You're experiencing nothing. This reading is about you are here to do more and then teach others to be more. Jumping into that unknown. And the unknown is the way forward. It absolutely is the way forward. The Page of Pentacles, this is about being a student of how you start your physicality. The page. Not of the marriage, not of the religion, not of all that way. Doing it this way. And it's like you start off differently, learning all about how to manifest your wishes and desires by removing that program, that negativity, and you get the marriage, the house, the car anyway. You get what you want initially, but you have to do it the other way round. You have to start from scratch, the fool's journey. That's what you have to do. You have to be a student at how you see this physical world. Because most are like you that think it's okay, and it's not okay. It's not okay what you do. I know there's limits to what some people can do, right? I push you to your limit, and then it's for you to say, okay, there's enough. I can't do any more. You don't have to keep doing. But what you do is not enough. There's no way. This planet is fair. How much I do, you can do. That's factual. How much the rich and famous people can do, you can do. If one person can do it, other people. You've heard that all the time. People talk about running and marathons. People broke the running length or something, and then everyone else runs that. If I can do it, you can do it. The issue is that you're staying there saying I can't do it. I'm just going to control it this way, right? But you'll stay like that and be out in the cold for the rest of your life. It's you who keep yourself stuck here. So how is this connected to your person is because you create your reality and you create what you wish and your desires, right? And that's the best thing about you as a twin flame, light worker, starseed. You have a contract with someone on this planet. Because to be a humanitarian, even Bob Marley, he's on Netflix, right? And there's documentary, and they've always got people around them, right? Like I'm watching Kevin Hart, he's got loads of people around them. But when they die, it's that main person that dies. There's not another person that takes over really from Bob Marley, is there? Right? The Martin Luther King, no. John Lennon, no. They're not, because they don't do what this community does. Collaborate. It's them with people around them. Now these people around them, like I say, it's about them should be learning like what Bob Marley was doing, instead of just trying to latch onto. This is you trying to latch onto other spiritual leaders, but understanding that you're unique in your own way and creating your own reality. Then you attract whatever you want into your reality. But this is copying someone else's way of doing things, which is controlling. This is about removing negative. It's pretty simple, this world. You remove negativity and then positive comes in. I don't know what else to say. It's kind of basic. But the thing is, you've been programmed so you can't even see what the negative is. Put me next to you and you see my day compared to your day, you'll be ashamed. Absolutely ashamed of what you do, which is nothing, right? absolutely nothing. And you wonder why you're not, but you're pretending the control here of, well, no, I've got the house, I've got the car and that. And I'm like, no, I'll read you. You're unhappy, right? You're unhappy. All that physicality is just a pretense. This is getting you back to your raw core of who you really are. The fool, right? The fool don't know. You don't know, right? But you have to jump into the unknown. So this reading is really about you understanding that your person is here. Generally, when I do a reading like this, or image reading, I read you and I'm like, this is someone who gets up, does the same old, brush their teeth, just kind of styles their hair a little bit gel, plait it, put it up, right? Well, these earrings will do, this jacket will do, this skirt will do, he or she will do, the kids will do, the school will do, right? That's you. That's you lot who's watching, right? Then you're, oh, well, fuck me gently. I've got a twin flame, right? Look at this sexual energy, right? Who is teaching me about pure love, King of Cups. Because you're stuck in this loop of control of keeping you left out in the cold. But you can't see it. But I'm like, I guarantee you will see it if you sat next to me. You spend a day in my life and you will see from the minute I get up to the minute I drop, right, on the bed, I'm working everything to change, like, for this mission, to make changes to this mission. Every single thing. Like, I'll talk to people, I'm busy, I'm doing stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? Right? If you're in a 3D job, that's not supposed to be you. You know you are different. You know you're supposed to be doing something different. But why aren't you doing it? But that's why you have your twin flame. Follow the passion. Follow the fire. Follow the flames, right? Follow the esoteric, because the wands are the esoteric. Follow your wisdom. Wands of wisdom, right? The twin flame, right? Follow all of that. Follow that sexual energy, that desire, right? Follow all of that, right? The Empress, right? Nurture yourself. Right, tame yourself as well. The Empress card, this is the Strength card, but I have two Strength cards. She's taming herself. You tame yourself, right? You tame yourself to go into what you want to do. You mold your reality. I get up every day and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got so much work to do. I've been saying this 3 years solid. I appreciate it because there's people out there. I was watching this Kevin Hart on Netflix and he's thinking of things of how to make money, right? Because he's got all these people around him, no doubt, right? It's another story. But I'm like, you lot don't understand. We have a gift, right? And we have our person. We don't have to think about all this stuff that this Kevin Hart has to do, comedian, to make money, and all the rich and the famous. They make 10 years if you're famous. That's nothing. Because in another 10 years, they look at you and they look how old he's grown, or how, he's a history. If you ain't made a movie for a couple of years, how bad lack mentality is, oh, he's shit, he's old school, he's not a good actor anymore. They have to keep up with the trend all the time. You watching me, Lightworker, Starseed, Twin Flame, not only have a gift that will last you for life and your children and generations to come, but secondly, you have nailed it with a person. I don't have to worry about it. It's overwhelming the amount of work, but I've got work that is for lifetimes and upon lifetimes. And so have you, but you're choosing that 3D job. So I felt for the Kevin Hart when he's like, I've got to make money because what if it's all taken away because he was brought up poor, not as poor as me, but come on now. But in all this kind of thing, but you're not seeing the gift in this, 5 of Swords. You're not seeing the gift from what you had from a child. You're keeping yourself in the dark. You see how dark the 5 of Swords is? You're choosing to stay in the dark. And I'm all right. I'm happy. Are you? That's the question. Are you, though? You're staying on this loop of hanged man and staying still. And I can guarantee that that isn't a reflection of your person. Not moving anywhere. Not coming towards you. trying to control their world. Oh, I'm over there working. I'm trying to do what I got to do, this and that, but still keeping you left out in the cold. It's an exact reflection from the mirror. Like I said at the beginning, the initial energy, I couldn't tell if it was guided. I couldn't tell if it's you or your person, but it's all of that in this reading. This is about waking you up to jumping into the unknown. Stop doing the same old, same old. This is what you lack people do. What they do is they go, okay, I've got a cleaner's job. I'm going to get a cleaner's job with double the money. Wow, I'm on £20 an hour now, not £10. Oh, fucking hell, wow, whoopee. I'm going to get £300 extra a month. You need at least £1.5 to make any slight impact in what you do. And I guarantee that £1.5, what will happen, right, is then you'll get extra additional stuff. Okay, I'll get the best insurance on the house. I'll get a better insurance on the car. Okay, I'll get better clothes, right? I'll get a dishwasher. I'll get a washer dryer. That's what happens with the money. You need to make massive change, which you think is risky, right? But is unknown to you, to change this loop. If not, you'll stay the same, your children and your person. This won't change. That's why the 99% stay poor. This is 100%. This is why this, to me, poor person staying on planet Earth, not taking the risk. And I'm healing. I don't know how many times I'm going to hear about I'm healing. It's all you hear in the tarot readings is, oh, you're doing healing. I'm like, well, if that was the right, with all the tarot readers that spit out about healing, right, how come 99% of planet Earth is skint, poor, fucked, depressed, right, lonely, sad? And thinking, well, I've got the house and the car. Most of you have a somewhere to live. Money's okay, not brilliant, but okay, right? And you got some kind of, job or something, right? If not benefits, right? Why aren't you happy? Where's your person? This is about facing facts, facing reality, and being selfish and going for your wants and your desires, right? Stop looking at other people. Oh, if I do that, what about the children and stuff like that? Those of you who have children, you need to learn to train your children. You join me in Mission. I have a Discord group that has videos about how to, you need to train your children, because they need to be trained to get into a life to have carry on your empire. That's why they need to be trained. They're stopping you from creating it for them to carry on, to follow, to be it, to continue that lifestyle. Why wouldn't they want to? So there's nothing wrong with training your children to do stuff like that. Let's get one to see what this... Let's end it with a title. What's your person thinking or feeling? Most people know about the imagination, and barely anyone on this planet uses it. I needed to make sense of this connection. What have I been saying about this entire reading? About this connection. It's not about what's going on with your person. This is about this connection, right? With your person. You don't make sense of it. You're just treating it like a soulmate relationship. But it's not that. Particularly if you're watching my readings, you're light worker, starseed, twin flame, whatever that you want to call yourself, you're here with a different connection to make changes to planet Earth. You want to start to make those changes, you can check out my playlist. I have videos there for free, right? Or you can jump into the Facebook group once again for free, right? Or you can jump ahead and book me. All the free stuff isn't going to make you make the changes. You have to get off your ass and do it. This planet is about effort. That's why twin flames are wands. Wands is effort, action, passion, right? Isn't that what you feel for your person? You want to get up and go. You want to go see them, go get them, that kind of thing. That's why it's so passionate. So it's telling you to stop getting pulled into the enslavement. Get off your ass. Go get things. Go get what you want to do in life, right? What are you teaching your children, for fuck's sake? do a normal boring job and hope that I don't care if they be a doctor or solicitor. I've seen plenty of them and they look just as fucking fucked up, depressed, stressed out as someone as a cashier in Tesco. The money doesn't make any difference. There's still, you as a person, you as a human is still depressed, right? You're still in the dark. You still have this negative around you, right? It doesn't matter what you're teaching them of the physicality. Stop teaching them of the physicality. Teach them of the loving themselves. Loving yourself is all what it needs. When you hear of people who are in love with their person, that's what they say. I'm quite happy living in a cardboard box with my person. They don't care about the house, the car and stuff like that, because it's the love frequency that keeps you alive, not the physicality. So stop placing that condition of your children to get a good job when inside they're going to be as shitty as how you feel now. Change that. Know what this connection is about. I'm out. Speak to you later.